PAGCOR. Ang daming online gaming.
The real basis of PAGCOR is the said EO that was issued then by former President Duterte. I believe that also PAGCOR is here to regulate
the economic zones to manage and operate online gambling, and that all online gambling should be handled by PAGCOR.
So in other words, PAGCOR, ang daming online gaming. Hindi lamang POGO. Di ba? We have like e-bingo. Di ba? E-loto. Ano pa iba? Ha? Pigo. So, hindi, isabong. Wala na isabong eh. So, in other words, lahat ng E. Di ba? So, Al. So, kasi ang daming E nito eh, di ba? But we are focusing only on the POGOs eh. Maybe you have to consider this eh. Kasi maraming, baka may mag-question eh. No? And I think we have to legislate. If we wanted really to make this as legal as possible and to follow the law, because we are all abiding citizen, so we need some amendments on the existing law para to strengthen yung ating operation. Because if you follow the narrative of Congressman Luistro, it all follows that all those E are all illegal. Am I correct? Chairman, I'll thank you. Sige, Chairman.
Well, as has been explained in previous hearings, the real basis of PAGCOR is the said EO that was issued then by former President Duterte. So, I suppose unless it is questioned, it is unless it is brought to court or questioned by whoever, then it will remain to be the law that regulates the entire online gaming industry. I believe that also PAGCOR is here to regulate. And for the information of everybody, prior to my assumption to office, truly what was seen is there is really a birth of a new kind of gaming. Originally, it was just land-based casinos, but at the outset when the pandemic came, then the birth of e-gaming really prospered. And very clear from the data that we have now, Chairman, the trajectory of e-gaming is just already too high, no? And if we will not regulate it, then this all goes to the gray market. But with proper regulation, and that is what PAGCOR's leadership is doing now, we're able to regulate all these underground or gray market players, and in turn, we are able to collect revenue, which we give back not only to the government but to our countrymen, the Filipino people.
Okay. Thank you,
Mr.
Chairman
Chair.
Altenco.
Mr. Chair, may I interject in relation to your question?
If Congressman Chairman Ace Barbers will allow it, we will allow you to
May I,
interject.
Chairman
Okay daw.
Barber?
Go ahead.
Executive Order number 13 is an order of the former president against all illegal gambling, di ba? With this, makikita natin dito that those that are giving licenses to gambling are actually protected in this executive order. For example, PAGCOR is not the only one given the right to give licenses. But even Republic Act number 7922 creating the Cagayan Economic Zone Authority can manage gambling actually. Republic Act 9490, tayo nang gumawa nito. Created the Aurora Pacific Economic Zone and People Authority also can manage online gambling. Republic Act number 9728 created the authority of the Freeport area of Bataan, can also manage and operate online gambling. Therefore, Mr. Chair, it is not only PAGCOR, and I believe that PAGCOR should not only be the one invited here, but even those that are officers of the Cagayan Economic Zone, Aurora Pacific Economic Zone, and Freeport area of Bataan should be invited to shed light on gambling. Particularly, they also know what illegal gambling means. Mr. Chair, yun lang po.
Mr. Chair, can I make an interjection?
Okay, go ahead.
As a comment to the Honorable Abante, he made mention of the Aurora Special Economic Zone, Cagayan Economic Zone and Freeport, and Port area of Bataan. I just wish to enlighten the committee that all of these three free zones were created by virtue of a law that was passed by Congress. That those are RA 9490, RA 7922, and RA 9728. The law is the one which provided this free economic zone, the power to operate an online gambling. But the point which is at hand, Mr. Chair, during the interpellation with our resource speaker is the power that was assumed by the PAGCOR by virtue of EO number 13. It went beyond what is provided in the legislation that was passed by Congress. And to be specific, Mr. Chair, that is PD 1816 and RA 9487. Well, I have to admit I am not so certain about PD 1869 because this was passed in 1983 before the 1987 Constitution. Pasensya na po, ang inabot ko lang po 1987 Constitution. But I assume that during the time, perhaps the President still has the power to pass a law, but as effective 1987 Constitution, strictly we are following the separation of powers, meaning it is only the Congress who can pass the law. And to go back to my point, Mr. Chair, if 9487 does not provide for the power to issue license to online gambling, then EO 13 is an ultra vires issuance for providing one which is not provided in the substantive law.
Mr. Chair, in relation to the question, to the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro,
Okay.
PD number 1869 was created granting was the one that granted the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation PAG to his PAGCOR, but it was actually changed into a law during my time in 2005 when Congress passed a law giving PAGCOR another 25-year franchise. But what I'm saying is this to Chairman Altenco, ito po bang mga free economic zone na ito ay nakikipag-ugnay po ba sa inyo when it comes to online gambling?
Actually, Congressman Abante, hindi po sila nakikipag-ugnayan sa akin, sa PAGCOR. Sapagkat yung pong SESA, tulad nung nabanggit earlier, may sarili po sa charter po nila, specific. Doon po sa Bataan, paliwanag po doon na hindi sila pwedeng mag-issue doon sa charter po ng Bataan. Very specific po doon. Hindi po sila pwedeng mag-issue ng gaming license without the consent or approval of PAGCOR. Pero doon po sa SESA at saka doon po sa APECO, wala pong ganung provision. So, kung susundin po natin yung nilalaman at sinasad ng batas, yung pong bataan lang ang dapat makipag-ugnayan sa amin. Yung pong SESA, hindi po dapat makipag-ugnayan sa amin. Yung pong APECO, hindi po dapat makipag-ugnayan sa amin. Pero yung bataan po, maliwanag po, may provision po sa kanilang charter na hindi sila makapagbibigay ng lisensya sa anumang uri ng sugal hanggang hindi pinapayagan ng PAGCOR.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, may I make a manifestation here, no? I'm going, seeing that all of these economic zones were created by law. I'll be filing an amendment, no? Prohibiting the economic zones to manage and operate online gambling, and that all online gambling should be handled by PAGCOR. That is only a manifestation, Mr. Chair.
Duly noted and taken, Congressman Abante.